Hello everyone, Sheik here with another Transformers review, and today I'll be reviewing the Transformers Studio Series, Transformers the Movie, Deluxe Class Scavenger, and probably the ugliest of the Constructicons, but still nevertheless pretty cool and absolutely essential to forming Devastator. Feels to me that he should be saying, "And God," or something like that, and holding a foil of some kind in this pose, but this is about, I think, the coolest pose that I could manage, given his limited articulation. I say maybe, based on the way he looked from the front, that he would have a waist swivel, but no, alas, he does not have a waist swivel. But he does have some nice detail right here, although it looks like there's not quite the right amount of black paint right on this side of the Decepticon emblem, which does look pretty nice, although there isn't the white etching around it like on the others, but then again, that is probably because it's on a silver backdrop. Not as much color on this as there is on the others, but it still looks pretty decent. His head is... if any of them look like they're fat, as far as face is concerned anyway, it is most certainly Scavenger. Has a big protruding chin mouth thing that just makes him look a little chubby. And got a little nose, but I guess it depends on where you think of his mouth as being. If it's like down there, then it's just a weird face mask, but it looks, I don't know, it's just, his face has always looked a little chubby to me, in my personal opinion. As far as like other detail, there's not a whole lot going on. Just purple treads, and then excavator arm on the back. So not terribly much going on here. Articulation. The head is, well, I guess I'm get closer. Is on a ball joint, I think. Pretty sure it's a ball joint, just a very stiff one, sort of like on Bonecrusher, but you can look up and down, but that's mostly because of that hinge. You can do a full 360 and not really any wibbly wobbly. Arms can go out that far, can do a full 360. Elbow rotation, I guess you get technically a little bit of shoulder rotation right there, or butterfly almost, but not really true butterfly. Elbow right there, get about 90 degree bent at the elbow. No wrist rotation. So far none of them have had wrist rotation. Maybe one of, maybe Hook or Long Haul will have wrist rotation, but we shall see. Devastator better have wrist rotation. If he doesn't, well, then that's just very disappointing. I think even Combiner Wars Devastator had rotating wrists. Like I said, nothing at the waist. Legs can go forward that far, back that far. Thigh rotation. Don't know exactly what this panel is for, but I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. Gets about 90 degree bent at the knee, similar to Bonecrusher. It clips into place, and then he does have ankle tiltage, very similar to Bonecrusher, just well, purple pretty much. And then it also has this extra little panel right here. He does come with a little blaster, which is kind of cool. It has a little side loading clip. So I guess he's like a somewhat small semi-automatic rifle or something like that. I don't know. But it's definitely not as big as Scrapper's gun, but bigger than the rest of them. And I guess it's pretty much it for his robot mode. So... And here we have Scavenger in his excavator mode, and I will say that it is a mighty fine excavator mode, and I do believe if I remember correctly, has significantly more articulation in the arm than on Combiner Wars. If I remember right, the bucket did not move separately. It was just, I think, hinge here, and it just collapsed up, and that was it for Combiner Wars. This one also has, and this is also some assembly required for coming out of the box, but has a little pivot right there. I'm not sure the exact reason for that. It's probably maybe has something more to do with combine mode, but it is something that you can do even if you want to get a little more articulation with the bucket. So you can get quite good motion there, which is pretty nice. The only downside to this one, the only gripe I guess I have with the vehicle mode, although it does hold together quite well, I do like the way it looks, the contrast between the green and the purple of the treads, but the downside is like he does not have any rotation like most excavators where the treads stay in place and then this can rotate on top. But I mean, I guess he could still technically rotate around on his treads, but it's still, oh wow, wow, Scavenger actually spins very well. It's actually quite satisfying. Anyway, oh, let's see what happens. Oh yeah, definitely. Obviously, no, maybe not super obvious, but if you look at, there is no wheels, just tread. So you obviously he's not going to roll around. But as you can see, oh my, that's so much fun. Maybe it's sort of like fidgeting, but yeah, that is pretty cool. Gun does have storage capability, and then there's also a hole on the side. It doesn't look like it's quite 5mm, might be, but I wonder if there's something that you can do with all of their weapons to put them together, or if it's just a way to store them a little more effectively, maybe on long hauls trailer. Like I said, I'm kind of looking forward to that just to see how all the accessories are meant to be stored, but you can plug that gun right there, and then you have a gun on another piece of construction equipment. So that's about it for Transformers Studio Series Transformers the Movie Scavenger. He's pretty cool, definitely a really good update to the original. It does have a little bit of downsides, but I'd say definitely an improvement over the original Combiner Wars design. Anyway, if you liked this review and you'd like to see more, please click that like and subscribe button to see more. And until next time, have a good one, everyone.